Hello. Thanks for coming. It's good to see you again. Um, Today I went and did some shopping. I actually didn't mean to do any shopping today. One of my kids stayed with my mom over this past week, and I had to go pick him up. And she lives about an hour away from me, and so I went to pick him up this afternoon. And on my way back, I decided to kind of go the scenic route. I went a way that I don't normally go, and I went in a way that took me through several small towns and one kind of decent sized town. And what happened was, these towns that I went through had several stores in them that I wanted to go to pick up a couple things. And there's just one store in particular. There's this one store in town. It's kind of a small chain, and you can find them in several of the towns around here. It's like a discount store. And there's this shampoo that I love, but I normally buy it on Amazon, and it's like $8 a bottle. And I just happened to be in this discount store one day, probably a month ago, and on their little clearance aisle, they had a couple of bottles of it for $2.40 a bottle. And I was so excited to find my shampoo right here in the store. I've never found it anywhere in a store before. So since then, I've been trying to find other locations of this store, and I will go in and search for the shampoo. And I've stocked up. I have quite a few bottles of shampoo now, so I'm very excited. And conditioner. They had the shampoo and the conditioner. So anyway, I was going through all these little towns on my way back home after picking up my son, and we ran across 3 of these stores. And I went in. Unfortunately, I didn't find any of the shampoo, but that's okay. I did buy a few other things though, and I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I bought in the stores. But I also found a Goodwill in the larger town that I went through, and I bought a few things there, as well as I also found a really neat consignment shop, which I had never been to before, and they had lots of neat things in there. And I bought this really pretty dress. It's not for me. I bought it mainly to hang on to until around Halloween, and then I'll probably sell it like as a Halloween costume. But it's really pretty, and I wanted to show you that. So I'll actually probably start with the clothes and stuff that I got at Goodwill, and the dress I got at the consignment shop, because that stuff is actually on top. The pile is on top of my other stuff, so I want to show you that first. This dress is so cool, and it's old. It actually even has a Union label, if you're familiar with the Union label, which you often used to find on clothing in the United States. You don't see it anymore. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to try to hold up the dress where you can see it. And it's really neat. I think I paid $8 for it, but it's absolutely beautiful. And it's heavy too. This is a heavy dress. And I don't think I'm going to be able to show you the entire thing, but I'm going to try to, okay? It's very long, but it's this long, fluffy dress, and it's strapless, and you see it has this pretty pink bow here in the front, and it has a very full, very fluffy skirt, and it's heavy lace. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. And the sleeves on this dress, see, they're not actually attached to the dress. Well, they're attached right now with a piece of plastic, but they do come off. And see, here's the sleeve, and it has this little bows on it, and there's a little accent bow on the outside. And so what you just slide this up your arm, just to kind of cover your elbows, kind of from here to here. And I'll show you the tag. This was made by Flirtations, a division of Alfred Angelo. And it says that, what size is it? It says it's a size 11-12, but that is an older size 11-12. And one thing, if you know anything about women's clothing in the United States, is that the sizes on the clothes don't really mean anything. They don't. Like even now, you can have a skirt. Like, and if you were to go in my closet right now, you could pull out a skirt that is a size 6 and take out another skirt and hold it up and compare them size wise. I have another skirt in there that's a size 12. It's the exact same size as the size 6. I mean, as far as the length and width of like the waist and the hips and stuff like that, they're cut exactly the same, but the sizes are it's 6 sizes different. So the size doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. And it seems like the farther back you go with clothing, when you get into older clothes like this dress, the sizes are bigger. So if you find a large, if you find a dress like this, it says an 11, 12, and say you normally wear a size 12 or 11 or whatever, you probably will not be able to wear it because it's going to be too small. An 11, 12 back then would probably be more like I'd say it'd be about a 4, maybe a 4 or a 6 now. I mean, this is not that big, and most people would not consider this to be an 11, 12 today. But I'm going to show you the tag. And you will not find this union label on clothes made anymore, and you haven't been able to find them in a long time. Let's see here. This is from the Garment Workers Union in the United States. And here's the main tag. And it says here, see, size 11, 12. But when I list this, I love it. It's lined with pink satin. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous dress. It would make a great costume for somebody if they wanted to dress up as a Southern belle or something like that. I mean, it really is kind of made that way. It just kind of has that Gone with the Wind look to it. Yeah, that's not my style. I've already got my costume picked out, and I may do a video of my applying the makeup for my costume. It should be pretty hilarious. I don't know if I can do it or not, but we'll get into that later. But when I list this, I will mention that it has the Union label on it and that it is vintage. I'm not exactly sure how old it is. I really don't know. I would say maybe the 80s, possibly early 80s, just from the way the tag looks, probably early 80s. And I would give very specific measurements, and I would also put a mention in the description that that you can't go just by the size, because it is older and sizes tended to run higher 30 years ago than they do now. And you can't just base it on the size. You're going to have to look at the measurements to know if the dress will fit you or not. So I would give a bust measurement and definitely a waist measurement. I would measure the entire length of the dress, and any other measurements that anybody wanted to know, I would definitely be glad to give them, because there's nothing worse than selling somebody something and then them coming back and wanting to return it because it doesn't fit. And that's one of the things about selling on eBay that can be a real pain. And it can happen anyway, even if you do provide all the measurements and everything. Inevitably, if you sell a lot of stuff like me, I sell about 120 things on eBay every month, and I have to deal with quite a few returns because people either didn't read the description, which includes the measurements, or maybe they just figured the measurements don't, it's close enough, I can wear it, and then they get it and they can't, so then they want to return it. So it's just an extra, it's a chore sometimes. But this was such a pretty dress. It was so beautiful, and it is so well made, and the lace is so soft. Oh wow, this is some very high quality lace. This is not some cheap nylon lace. I mean, this is really good stuff. So I really like this dress. And I caused quite a stir in the consignment shop when I bought it. I'm not really sure why. Apparently, the consignment shop has several different booths in it where different people can bring in their items, and they'll have a certain section, kind of like an antique store might have, where certain people have different areas in the store. Like they'll give you one corner or one section, and you can bring in and put whatever you want to in that section to sell. Well, the woman who owned this dress saw me pick it up, and I was walking up to pay for it, and she just got so excited, and she started calling to somebody and saying, Michelle, she's gonna buy my dress. And she was so excited. She said, I thought that dress had a curse on it. I said, why? And she said, it's been sitting there and nobody wanted to buy it. It's been sitting there for 2 months. I couldn't get anybody to buy it. And she was so excited, and the woman behind the counter was excited, and then there was this old lady in line, and she was looking at it, and she was excited. I'm not sure why she was excited. She just thought it was wonderful that I was buying this dress. It was like a little party in there because I was buying this pretty pink dress. So she was very happy that I was buying it from her. So it's heavy. This thing, I bet this dress weighs 2 pounds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it kind of is. It's at least 2. I'd say it's probably 2.5. And I've become quite good at judging the weight of an item of clothing, because I have to. My shipping rates are calculated depending on where you live. It's based on the size of the package and the weight and your zip code where you live, and that determines how much you will pay, because there can be a vast difference between, like, say I have a pair of jeans and they weigh 2 pounds, and if I'm mailing them to California, it can be a lot more than if I'm mailing it to, say, Maryland. It could be a huge, there could be $5 to $6 difference in the shipping, really. There can be a drastic difference. So that's why I do the calculated shipping. That way the buyer only pays what it's going to cost me to ship it. They don't have to pay a flat rate, which could actually be quite a bit more than it would actually cost. So that's why I do a calculated shipping. It's kind of off topic, but okay. And at the consignment shop, I also got this little guy. I bought this little dog, and I will tell you, he was sitting on the floor over in this one person's section, and he was sitting there, and I'm going to tell you, I saw him from the side, and I thought for a second it was a real dog. I did. He was kind of in the shadows. It was like there was a book on a shelf above him, and I couldn't really see him that well, and just for a split second I thought this was a real dog sitting there. He really does. Look, his little furry feet. And he's this was made by Prestige Classic by Aurora. It's handcrafted. This little dog, and he is so cute. Look at his little ears, and he has this long hair here. He looks very real. And I told my kids, we can't get a dog yet, but maybe you can keep this one. And I think they were both a little freaked out by it because it looks quite realistic, and it feels kind of realistic. It doesn't really feel like a stuffed animal. It feels like a real dog. Let's see. And he's just adorable. Can't really see his eyes, and I think that makes it even more realistic. But he even has eyelashes. This dog has eyelashes. Or, I'm sorry, not eyelashes, but eyelids. Look at that. He has eyelids. That's pretty wild. And then under here, he has his little tag, which is kind of hard to see. But he has this little tag right here that says Prestige Classic Aurora Handcraft. And he was made in 1998 by A&A Plush Incorporated out of Compton, California. See? His little tail. So I thought he was adorable. And I think, nope, I have 2 more things. There were 2 more things I bought at the consignment shop. I think it was just 2 more. I got these jeans here. And I'll show you the pocket first. These are Miss Me jeans, which are quite expensive. And they usually, most of the Miss Me jeans have a lot of detail. And here you can see all the rhinestones on the back. I mean, they're all across here and on the pockets. And then we have these big gold buttons. And then you have an M embroidered right there. And this big thing here made of leather. And it has Miss Me, a little tag here embroidered on there. And these are bootcut jeans, JP 5057-3 bootcut, and they're quite nice. They are capri pants, actually. I believe they're pretty short, and on the watch pocket we have the little M here, and then we have these gold accents on the pocket. The legs look pretty good. There is some, there's some fraying. Oh, somebody's taken them up. And this, I see this a lot. Sometimes people hem up, they'll hem them up a little bit to make them a little shorter. Fortunately, most of the time it looks like it was done just on a sewing machine, so I can easily remove that and just, pull them back out to the original length. So this was one pair that I found at the consignment shop. See? Very pretty, very ornate. And then I found another pair. I got lucky, I found two. And these are almost identical. You can see. These also have rhinestones on it. And again, it has the little M here, but it's embroidered in silver instead of gold. Same design up here, but again, it's more of a silver motif, I guess you could say, than gold. And then you have these really big rhinestones on the sides of the pockets. Very nice. And again, on this pocket, same thing. And these are skinny jeans, JP 533056. Designed in the USA, made in China. And they are, these are kind of a charcoal gray color. They're not really blue. That's the little M right there. And the watch pocket is a little bit different. But I mean, they're pretty heavy duty, nice pants. I found these side by side, so no doubt they, whoever had them in their booth probably brought these in at the same time. And I think that was it. I think that was all I got. And the consignment shop was not a planned stop. I wanted to go to Dollar Tree to get some black eyeliner. And so we stopped at the shopping center where the Dollar Tree was. And right beside the Dollar Tree was the consignment shop. And I said, ooh, I'd never noticed it before. But it had been a while since I'd been to that Dollar Tree, so I guess they opened up since the last time I've been over there. And they had a little bit of everything in there. They had furniture, they had books, jewelry. I actually didn't buy any jewelry. Clothing, pictures, just general household items. They had a little bit of everything in there, and they had this whole section that was nothing but Christmas stuff, which I can't bring myself to even think about Christmas yet. My goodness, it's only August. I can't even look at Christmas stuff yet. It's bad enough that it will be in the stores probably within the next couple of months. Now, I could probably go into Costco right now and find Christmas stuff. I don't even want to think about it. So we got done at the consignment shop, and that's what I bought there. And I really thought the lady who had the booth where I found the dress, I really thought she was either going to hug me or high-five me. I really don't know, but she was really, really excited that I was buying the dress. I have no idea why. I mean, it was $8. You would think it was some $300 thing I was buying from her, but she was really excited. I made her day today, so that was good. So we got done there, and we took everything out to the car, and we put it in the car. And then we headed over to Dollar Tree. Now, I only went into Dollar Tree for one thing. See, the main reason I took the scenic route home from my mother's was because I knew I could go by a Dollar Tree because there's a town 20 minutes or so from where my mom lives. And I thought, well, I'll just swing by there and then head north and go home. All I wanted was some black eyeliner. That was the only thing that I went that way for. And everything I'm going to show you in this video is a result of a trip out of the way and then my scenic route home and the stores I stopped at. So I go into the Dollar Tree and I told my son, I said, we're not getting anything. All I'm going to do is get one, I'm going to get the black eyeliner, the liquid eyeliner, and then we're going to go. It did not work out that way. No, it did not. So I come out of there with more than one thing. I'm going to show you what I bought. The first thing I found, these were the first things right here. These are aster daisy clips. And I love the colors in these little flowers. Like this one, you have the beautiful fuchsia. It's so pretty. And I thought it was just so lovely. And I was thinking, you know, maybe if I did a role play, and I do want to do one, and I'm not really sure what it would be about, but I have this really pretty wig, and it's kind of blue and different shades of blue and purple, and I thought it would be really neat to clip some different colored flowers in my hair. So I have these, and I thought these would look really pretty if I clipped it because it's a really long wig, and I thought that would look so pretty. Put some different colored flowers in my hair. And these, get 2 of them for $1. You know, these were $2 for these. So, and they have a little clip on the back. Oh, that one's sticky. See? It's like a little alligator clip. And I thought, you know, once I get my wig into position, I could just, place the flowers in my hair, which would be good because the bangs on this wig are very long, and they're oriented down, so they stay right in my face, and it takes quite a bit to hold the bangs back. So I thought, you know, I can really just attack it with a bunch of bobby pins, put like a bunch of bobby pins in it to hold it. And then I could cover up the bobby pins and stuff with the flowers, possibly. So anyway, that was my first thought, was, you know, it would work really well for that. So I have my flowers in fuchsia, and these are that was like a light yellow color with a little bit of pink on the tips of the petals. It's very pretty, nice, and a little bit of green right there too, and a darker pink right there. So I thought these would look really pretty with my wig. That was the first thing. And then I actually did find my eyeliner. And this is, if you've seen my dollar store videos before, I'm a big fan of this liquid eyeliner by LA Colors. And it's wonderful. It does have a very fine tip to it, and you can make your lines as thin as you want, and it's very, very dark. This is the black color. They also have brown, and every now and then you can find brown, but most of the time all I ever find is black. If I find brown, I always buy one because I don't know how long it'll be before they have any more. But it's very, very dark and very noticeable, and I love this. And it's only $1 because it's at Dollar Tree. So, and it works great. And you know, if it starts to give me trouble, or if I've had it for a little while, I'll throw it out and get another one. So, and I have pretty sensitive eyes. I mean, there are a lot of things I can't wear because it seems to irritate my eyes. This never does. I can wear this. Some eyeliners make my eyes water, or something about it just irritates my eyes. This black liner by LA Colors never does. I've never had a problem with it. So I'm very glad to have a new one, because mine actually, after a while, it's like the brush on the end of the handle kind of, it gets messed up. It's like the bristles kind of separate a little bit, and it's hard to get a really fine line with it. So I knew it was time for another one. So I'm glad I actually did remember to get what I went in there to get. And another thing I found were these little barrettes right here. They're very tiny. And you get 18, although I just noticed that one of the red ones is missing, but that's okay. I have 2 more red ones up here. And they're all these different colors. And I like these tiny barrettes because since I got my hair cut, depending on how I part it, I will end up with this little section of hair that keeps falling in my face, and I can't tuck it behind my ear. It's like it won't stay. So I can use these tiny barrettes and just take one and just kind of nip it back, and that holds it out of the way. I would prefer them in a more neutral color like brown or black, which I actually do get some black ones in here, so that's good. But you know, the colorful ones are fine too. That's okay, because they don't really show when I wear them. So I got those for $1. And this I thought was pretty. It's actually some nail polish by Revlon. You can see the name sort of in there. But up here it just says nail art. 2 colors in one. And this one has sort of I'm a big fan of sort of a midnight blue color, like a dark, not really navy blue, but a midnight blue, which is a little different. It's like, to me, navy blue looks very subdued, but the midnight blue seems to maintain the power and the sparkliness and the hue of a true blue color more so than a navy blue does. And I really like this nail polish because this matte nail polish right here is kind of a midnight blue color. I really like that. And then you also have this is a matte finish and this is a shimmery finish. So possibly if this is just a veil, like a semi-transparent nail polish, I could use this on my nails and then come back over with this. So you have that nice dark blue undertone covered with this nice sort of a pearly looking finish over the top. I think that would be very pretty. So I may actually paint my nails tonight and use this. It's only $1. Can't beat that. And I think I got more than one of these. I bought some wig caps right here. These are by Urban Essence. This is a 2-pack of wig caps. And I use these. They're made of durable fabric, one size fits all. Oh, that's the same thing in French. Okay. But I use these when I wear wigs. The wig cap that I've been using has sort of lost some of its elasticity. So I wanted to I was actually going to buy some more wig caps on eBay, but since I found these at Dollar Tree, I thought I would give them a try. It's actually cheaper than the ones I was going to buy, and you get 2 of them. So I'm going to try them, see how they work. If they work okay, I will just start buying these instead of the ones on eBay. Because the last time I bought one on eBay, I think it was $4. It was free shipping, but it was only one, and I think it was $4. I mean, it works okay, but it's starting to lose its elasticity. So if I can get 2 for $1 and they work just as well, that's even better. And then I got 2 of these. I knew I got more than one. Right here. I wear a lot of heels to work, and sometimes when I wear a pair of heels, it's like my foot will slide down in it a little bit. If you wear heels, you're probably familiar with the way your foot will slide down in the shoe a little bit, and it can cause pain right in the ball of your foot, where it's like your foot is constantly sliding down as you walk. And this kind of helps with that. These are ball of foot cushions. These are made by Assured, and I bought 2 of these. These were $1 each, and they have adhesives on them. What you do, you open the package up, and each one of these cushions, there are 2 in there. You open it up and there's adhesive on the back, and you peel the sticker off and you just stick it down in your shoe. And it's padded, but it also has a little bit of a texture to it that kind of grips the bottom of your foot and keeps your foot from sliding. You can also get these made out of silicone, and they work pretty well too. But these, I can just leave, I can just stick these in a pair of shoes, and they're always there. And it's really nice because I don't have to constantly search for my reusable ball of foot cushion pads, because some of them are reusable. Like, you can take them out and put them in a different pair of shoes, and I have several of those, but sometimes I forget and I'll leave them in a pair of shoes, and then I can't find them later because I have so many shoes. So I'm just gonna take these 2 pairs and just stick them in 2 pairs of my sandals, probably, because I have a lot of wedge and high heel sandals that I wear in the summertime. So I'm gonna probably stick these in some of those that I've been wearing recently that have caused me foot pain. I really need to do a video of my shoes, my sandals. Oh my goodness, I really need to, and I'm going to, because it is outrageous. It is obscene how many pairs of sandals I have. And I also got these, and these are heel grippers, and these are also made by Assured. And these are a little different. Now, I have bought some of these before, and it's a stick. It has an adhesive side on the back, and there are 2 in each package, of course, 1 for each shoe. And you put it on the inside of your shoe at the back. Like, if you have a pair of shoes that rubs the back of your foot, or maybe they're a little bit too big, you can put these in there, and it will help hold your foot in the shoe better. Plus, it keeps the shoe from rubbing on the back of your foot, like on the back of your ankle. But some of these are made, the texture of this is kind of rubbery, but some of these are made where the texture is smooth, and actually, to me, it seems like if it's a pair of shoes that's a little bit too big, it's almost like it makes the shoe fit even worse somehow. It's like your foot comes out of it easier. I don't know, but I'm going to try these because I have 1 pair of wedge sandals that I really love, but they just, when I bought them, they fit fine, but now it's like they're a half a size too big or something. I'm not really sure if I stretched them or what, but they don't fit right. So I thought I would try these. And with that grippy surface to it, I think that will really help. I'll just wait and see. And then I found this pretty scarf. See? Look at that. Now that is just the epitome of summer to me. That looks like a walk on the beach. It's very lightweight. I love the colors here, and it's got that pretty floral pattern to it. We have blue and red and yellow. It's just so pretty. It was only $1. I mean, I don't need any scarves. Heavens, I have a whole drawer full, but this one was just so pretty. So I got this pretty scarf. And I recently bought a pair of reading glasses, which were black rimmed reading glasses. I had them on in the troll research study role play video I did recently, but I didn't have a case to put them in. So while I was at Dollar Tree, I saw this, and it's a nice hard-shelled eyeglass case. And see, it has the nice velvet lining inside. It's brown, which is okay. I didn't look too hard to try to find a black one. I'm not really worried about it. Actually, I already have a black case very similar to this that has my real glasses in it, and I didn't want to get them mixed up because the black ones that I had on for that video were reading glasses, and they wouldn't work for everyday use for me. So when I grab a case, I want to make sure I have the right one. So I thought it would be good anyway to have these in a different colored case. So that's for my YouTube video prop glasses. Now keep in mind, I went in the store for one thing, and I came out with all this. Actually, this is a bottle of ibuprofen by Assured, and I bought this because I was starting to develop a migraine earlier in the day, and I thought I might want to have this around. Sometimes when I started having migraines when I was 30, and if I catch it early when it first starts, I can usually head it off and keep it from getting too bad. If I take 3 Advil when it first starts, it will usually at least make it manageable. But then it kind of calmed down a little bit. Plus I took some Excedrin migraine that I had in the car. But I bought this just in case I needed it. And I know they say not to buy stuff like this at dollar stores, but this was made in Canada, and I did check to see where it was made, and I'm pretty sure it's okay. So I'll probably stick this in the glove compartment just in case I need some. But yeah, if it had been made in China or something, I wouldn't have bought it, but it was made in Canada, so it's probably okay. Oh, and then I did get this nail polish. Now, I am a big fan of the Wet n Wild Fergie's Wet n Wild nail polishes. They're getting harder to find, and I'm thinking maybe actually they're kind of doing away with them, but I'm not sure. She has one that's sort of dark red. It's gorgeous. It's my favorite. But this has sort of like a hot pink and a silver, and I thought these were very pretty. And this was $1. You got 2 for $1. It's a great deal. I mainly bought it for that pink, so that's just really cool. But I got the silver too, and I don't know if that is opaque or transparent silver. Not really sure, but very, very pretty colors. See, it even comes in this little blister pack. Fergie, and it says it's the Center Stage collection. So I like that hot pink. That's pretty. They had several other packages like that had 2 different colors together, but I think the other ones were like green and like a neon green or something. It was like a dark green and then a weird neon color. I didn't want to get that. And then I got this. This is made by Skin Nutrition. Yeah, Skin Nutrition's New York. It is an eye roller where it has the stuff inside the container, and you just roll it, and it has a little metal ball, and you roll it under your eyes here. It has green tea extract, vitamin B3, and vitamin C. It's supposed to be age-defying for dark circles and puffiness. Instant 3-in-1 treatment for dark circles, puffiness, fine lines, and wrinkles. And it comes in this cute little box. And I have no idea if it works or not, but it was $1, and I thought I would try it. It's worth $1, I suppose, just to play with. And that is all I got at Dollar Tree. Go there for one thing and come out with 20. So we got done at Dollar Tree, and then I had a $10 off coupon for Goodies, which is a clothing store. And there's actually a Goodies not far from the Dollar Tree where we were, so I went over to Goodies. And I always go look at their jewelry because they always have really good deals on their jewelry. And I came out, and this is all I got. I just got one little bag of stuff. That's the prettiest stuff, though. I spent my $10, and I think I went over. I think I ended up paying a grand total of like $6 for this stuff after my $10 off. These were both on clearance, though. Look at this beautiful bracelet. This is one of the things I bought. I love this. It's dark brown with gold and rhinestones all around. Look at that. And it has a gold clasp right here. And it's held together by a magnet, and there's a trick to it that I haven't yet learned. There we go. And you see right here, there's a magnet there. And there's a magnet there. And it hooks together like that. It was originally $26. I got it for $9.96. And I can't read who made it. It's actually covered up, so I'm not really sure who made this. But just the colors of it just caught my eye because I love dark brown stuff like that. And the gold. I just thought this was the most beautiful bracelet. So that took up basically all of my $10 little card that I had, but I also saw these, and I just fell in love instantly with these earrings. There we go. Look at these. Look at that. Is that not just the prettiest? The most beautiful little earrings you ever saw. And now these, of course, are pierced earrings. I can very easily convert these to clip-ons. Oh, I just love them so much. They're just beautiful. Have little flowers on them and a bee. They're just cute. I just thought they were adorable. So these were $22 and I got them for $8.46, which I thought that was a pretty good deal. These were made in the USA, in Belews Falls, Vermont, by Silver Forest Incorporated. It looks like that's the name under here, Silver Forest, handcrafted in the USA. And they're just so cute. It's adorable. So I'm definitely looking forward to wearing these. Oh yeah. I will be probably putting together an entire outfit just so I can wear these earrings. I'll probably do that when I go to work Monday. Okay. So we got done at Goodies. And then I finally got on the road and I thought, well, we'll just go on home now. But then I passed all the stores I told you about, the discount stores, and we ended up going in there. And what did I buy in there? I was really good. I didn't buy a lot of stuff, although they didn't have the shampoo I wanted. I did pick up a couple things. One of the things I picked up was this right here. These are Slush Puppy slush bars, and of course they're not frozen. They won't be slushy until you freeze them. But I showed you a slush puppy in my video where I showed you my hometown, and I went to the Peach Festival and all that, and I had stopped at a convenience store and they had slush puppies, and I hadn't seen a slush puppy in probably 20 years. I used to buy them all the time when I was a kid, but you can't really find them anywhere anymore. But when I went into the discount store, they had these Slush Puppy slush bars, and they come in different flavors. This pack has 10 bars in it, so they must be really small. They come in cherry, cola, watermelon, and blue raspberry flavors. I have never really understood why raspberry is always blue. I've never seen a blue raspberry in my life. I guess it keeps it from being confused with cherry and watermelon and strawberry and all that. I'm not really sure who decided that raspberry stuff should be blue. I really don't know. It just looks like windshield washer fluid to me. So here's the dog, the Slush Puppy dog. And I'm going to stick these in the freezer so we can enjoy these later. So I thought that was neat. It was $1 for these 10 bars. And let's see. I got 2 containers of nail polish because I am a nail polish junkie. And they're only $1 a bottle. This one is sort of a yellow. It's like a neon yellow. It's absolutely crazy. And these are both by LA Colors, Color Craze. And this one is sort of a shiny blue. Let's see. And they don't really go together at all. These were 2 that happened to catch my eye. So I picked them up and put them in my little basket and bought them. But see, this one has sort of a, has a sparkle to it. It's kind of like got a glittery look to it. And the yellow does not. It's just extremely bright. This color is Flicker, this one. And this one is Aqua Crystals. It's really pretty. So I'm going to add that to my nail polish collection, which is getting out of hand. And I also got this, which is an LA Colors loose powder in a natural color. See? And I got this because I will use a liquid foundation and then I'll go back over it with the powder. But a lot of the powder I have right now just for some reason just doesn't look right. So I wanted to get the one that was just a shade darker. And I buy most of my powder from Southern Magnolia Minerals, but I didn't really want to buy a bunch of powder. I didn't want to get a full-size thing of powder. This was only $2. This big thing of powder was $2. So I thought, well, that's cheaper than whatever I'll buy from Southern Magnolia Minerals. So I'll just go ahead and get this and use this instead of ordering something. So I'm going to try this out and see if I like the way it looks. So that was $2, and it's a pretty good deal. It has an anti-theft device on it. Never mind. I don't know who steals that, but okay. And they had this skirt, which I thought was really cute. It looks long. It looks very long, but it's actually layered, and the outside layer is very sheer. You can see here, and it has a ruffle that runs down the bottom hem, but it comes way up here. So here's the waist here, and the ruffle starts here, and it comes down, and then it kind of splits here, and it goes off this way, and it's quite long, but it's sheer. So I mean, you wouldn't want to wear just that. So under that is another layer right here. It's kind of a mini skirt, and this is kind of a I would say maybe a melon color, sort of a pinkish salmon color, coral color. It's not what I would really call pink. It's just, pink is not really the right word. There's a hint of orange to it, and you may not be able to tell in this light, but it is kind of like a coral color. And I thought this was really pretty. And they only had one left, and it was by Just Be. And it was originally $10, but it was reduced. It was on clearance for $6. And they only had one left, and it's a large, and it will probably fit because a lot of their clothing I found, the sizes run funny. I mean, if you normally wear a medium, you might want to get a large anyway. So because they're smaller than you think they would be. So I got a large, and I'm okay with that because I promise you, the first time I wash it, it's going to shrink like nobody's business. It's not, super high quality stuff. That's okay. So I got that pretty skirt. After that, we headed north after we got done at the store, the discount store. We went through several small towns, and I found several more stores from that chain, and we went in, and no luck finding any shampoo, but then I found a Goodwill, and we went to Goodwill, and I found some things in there, and I'll show you what I found. The first thing I found was this really nice, this is a skirt. See, it's not super long, but I love how the clean lines of the skirt. It's very simple, very basic. It's not, it's not super complicated or ornate. It's just a very simple white skirt that would go with anything at all. You can wear anything with this skirt. And it's very, very nice. It's a high quality skirt, it's high quality material, nice and smooth. I would definitely wear a slip under this because it does appear that, I would need a slip with that because you can kind of see through it. So I will be wearing a slip with it, but I thought it was a pretty skirt. Who made this? It was made by Imagination, Imagenation. It's actually written like Image Nation. Let's see that. I don't know if you could see that or not. Image Nation. So that's for me. I thought that was pretty. And then I got this bathing suit, which I really love the colors and the pattern of this bathing suit. This is a women's Speedo one-piece bathing suit, and it has a racer back to it. This would be great if you were actually using a bathing suit for swimming. I mean, if you really want something that would be comfortable to swim and dive in, something like this would be perfect. And it's fuchsia. It's kind of a fuchsia, and it looks black, but it's actually kind of a plum color. But then there is a little bit of black, just a little bit, in parts of the design, in the pattern of the swimsuit. Not terribly high cut legs. And then, of course, it has the little Speedo logo right there just above the right leg. And this is a size 10 bathing suit. It's very pretty. I like that. And I found one more bathing suit. This one here. Now this one was made by Liz Sport, which is a Liz Claiborne company. And it's nice. It has nice thick straps, shoulder straps that are a royal blue. And then this part is a navy blue. And it has a pretty texture to it. It almost looks like a braided design that runs vertically down the bathing suit. And has a built-in shelf, not a shelf bra, it has a built-in, has foam padding, which is formed, no underwire. And again, like I said, it's a Liz Sport bathing suit. It's very pretty. And it has this little Liz Sport tag on the side. And I found a pair of, these are big, these are going to be hard to show you. These are men's pants. They were made by Nike Team. And they're a royal blue color. They're very long. And they're royal blue and plain until you get down to the bottom. You get down to the bottom hem, and you see we have these red and white stripes down here at the bottom. And we also have NBA, which is embroidered. This is actually, it's not like an iron-on kind of thing. This was embroidered into the blue fabric. NBA. And that is only on one leg. That's actually on the right leg, I believe. Nope, I'm sorry. It's on the left leg. And then on the back, in the back of the pants, we have one pocket with a zipper right here. And that's a very nice zipper. See, right there. And they do not, no, I'm wrong. They do have side pockets. And it's a very nice, well-made pair of pants. So they're very nice. Oh, and I got this too. This, I had never actually seen this before. These are opaque fabrics for screen printing on t-shirts. This was made by Speedball, and it comes with different colors. We have, it's a kind of like a dark green and a blue and a white. I think that's gray, and a red and a yellow. Nice fabric screen printing starter set. 6 beautiful pearlescent and iridescent colors, ideal for screen printing on dark fabrics. Non-toxic, cleans up with water, wash fast when heat set with iron. Can be used on most fabrics, paper, or cardboard. Not recommended on nylon. So, I thought that was pretty cool. It's $4. Okay, that's not bad. Doesn't look like it's even been opened. And I thought this shirt was cool. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to keep this or give it to my son. It's a Guy Harvey t-shirt. I think it's a men's size. Oh, it's a medium. Okay. But I found that their sizes run kind of small. So, my son's pretty skinny, but he'd probably grow into this in no time. See, it's blue, and then we have this really cool picture on the back. See? I like that. That's really cool. It's a big old fish. I'm not one for saltwater fishing, but I always thought that the pictures they put on these Guy Harvey shirts are really cool. It's a very nice, heavy-duty shirt. I paid 99 cents for it because it's a t-shirt, and all their t-shirts are 99 cents at this Goodwill. I mean, it's, can't turn down something like that. And one other thing I got at Goodwill was this. Now, I buy, a lot of this stuff is for eBay. Eventually, well, one of these days I'll get around to listing it. I'm falling way behind in listing things. It's pitiful. But one thing I do buy is scrubs, shirts, and pants. And one popular brand is Grey's Anatomy, which is made by Barco, which is a company that makes uniforms. And this is a green scrub top. I don't think I've ever actually seen a green one before. Usually they are blue. It'll be a shade of like a slate blue or even navy blue. Every now and then it'll be a light blue or white. But I don't think I've ever actually seen a green one before. But here is a nice green scrub top. And most of them are V-neck shirts. And then they will have two big pockets at the bottom. And then they will have the Grey's Anatomy name stitched on the left pocket. Typically when I find scrub tops, that's the way they're made. And then in the back, they have this gather back here of elastic. Gives you a more tailored fit at the waist. Some of them also will have, instead of the elastic, they will have two straps that are attached on the sides. And then they will have maybe a button or two back here that you can adjust the fit at the waist to make them fit a little bit more, will give you more of a tailored look instead of the shirt just hanging loose on you. You can button the little straps and make it fit a little closer. So this is a very nice scrub top by Grey's Anatomy. And it's sort of a seafoam green color. It's very pretty. And I can usually tell a lot of times when I come to the scrubs in a thrift store, I can tell without even really looking at the tag whether or not it's a Grey's Anatomy scrub. I can run my hands across each shirt or each pair of pants. And when I hit a Grey's Anatomy item, I know almost immediately because it feels different. And I've learned to recognize them by feel so I don't have to stand there and look through each individual tag. As soon as I feel that fabric, I know that that is a Grey's Anatomy item because they just feel different. They're very soft. They're almost velvety. Very, very soft. And I could identify one probably with my eyes closed. They just have a very distinct feel. So I can go through an entire rack of uniform items very quickly. I'll just take each one and just kind of do my hand like that. And when I feel Grey's Anatomy, when I pull it out and look at it. So, but this is the first green one I've ever found. Oh, one other thing I got at the discount store. I didn't get this at Goodwill. This was under my seat. I didn't see it. I got some Aussie Mega Hairspray. And this is an aerosol hairspray. And this is hold level 1. It's a flexible hold, which I like. Because I don't like hairspray that leaves my hair feeling hard and crunchy. I don't like that. I like a hairspray that has some give to it. Like I could brush through it if I wanted to without pulling my hair out. So I got this Aussie Mega Hairspray. Because I've been using, I think it's Clairol Elnet, E-L-N-E-T, which is still my favorite hairspray. But I'm running low and I haven't bought any more. I'm almost out. And I saw that they had this flexible hold hairspray. I thought I would give it a try. The Elnet is about $13 a can, and I think this was $3. So I'm thinking if I like this just as well as the Elnet, then I'll just start using that instead. But I'm going to give it a try, see if I like it. And if I don't like it, then I'll go back to the Elnet. So that has a little plastic top to it. And I don't use a lot of hairspray. I really don't. But every now and then I get these little, I probably have some right now, I'm sure I do, little flyaway hairs on top of my head. And I like to just give them a little spritz and just sort of pat them down so I don't look quite like a crazy lady. Not as crazy as I actually am anyway. So this is my new can of hairspray. Oh, and this, I almost forgot I had stuff over here. This I got at Goodwill also. This is pretty. I like this. It's a little journal. And look at all these colors. It's like a checkerboard of colors. You have red and pink and purple, orange and white. and then kind of a teal and a light green, and it has that little flap on it. There's a magnet in there holding it down, and the interior, as you can see, is pink. And it's just a little journal. See, it has little lines in it. And I got this for $1. I thought this was a neat journal for $1. It's totally empty. And one of the reasons I wanted to get this was because I'm actually considering taking on an endeavor, something with my YouTube videos that I have not done before, and I want this to be part of it. What I'm thinking about doing is, and it would take a long time to do. I mean, it would take some real dedication to do it, and I'm just not sure if I'm ready to devote the time it would take. But what I want to do, I don't know if you heard me mention it, and I can't remember which video it was, but I wrote a book a while back. I finished this book about 10 years ago, and I'm actually working on a sequel to it now, like a part 2. And so I wrote a book, and I would like to read the book to you. Just, I would have to take several chapters at a time per video, but it's pretty long. I mean, it's a pretty long book, and it would take a long time to get it all read to you. But one thing I wanted to do before I did that was do a video for people who were thinking about writing, people who were interested in writing, because I've loved to write stories and poems, and just I love to make up short stories, long stories about different things. And one of the things that helps me with that is to keep a journal or a little notebook or something with me. So I got this because I want to include it in my first video where I'm going to talk about writing and how to get started. If it's something that you've always been interested in, getting started can be hard. It's intimidating, and I'm not really sure why that is, but it is kind of scary. But I wanted to do a video about that, and as a visual aid, I wanted to show you a journal. So that was one of the main reasons I got this. Probably what I'll ultimately end up using this for is writing down ideas for videos, because here lately I've been preoccupied with that more so than writing stories. But like I said, I am working on the sequel to a book that I finished up about 10 years ago. But I would love to read it to you. I would love to. And I want to do it. I just don't know if I'm ready to devote that kind of time to it, because it would take a long time. And it would take away, it would give me less time to do other types of videos. And I would have to try to not use an ASMR soft-spoken voice, because how would you stay awake to listen to it? So there are a lot of things I have to consider before I start on that. But it is something that ultimately I would like to do sometime. But when I saw all this journal, that's all the stuff that was on my mind when I saw it and bought it today. So I actually found this at Goodwill. It was $1. So not bad for $1. And then I found this. This was really pretty. This is one of these laser etched paperweights. It's crystal. Very pretty. I don't even know if you can see the design in it. And it is for Libras, which I am. I don't get into horoscopes and all that, but I just saw this sitting there, and it was all by itself, and it's the lady with the scales, and that is about all I know about Libras. Is that is the picture of it is the scales, and that's really all I know about Libras. Except that I am one, and again, I don't put any stock in horoscopes and all that. But it's really cool. It's like 3D art. It was 99 cents, so I said okay. It's very heavy, solid glass. And the last thing I got there today, as if I don't have enough, I got this pair of shoes. These are made by X Appeal. And I don't think they've been worn much at all. They're very nice. I like the ruffles across the top here. These are really pretty. and it has sort of a taupe colored suede upper and a wedge cork heel and about a 1-inch platform. And I really like these. I have lots of shoes like this, and that's what I would like to do a video on eventually, is all of my sandals and all my heels, because I have lots and lots of these. So I'd like to show them to you. But yeah, they're made by X Appeal. You can see it has an adjustable little piece, a little buckle right here. And on the underside of the buckle is elastic, which makes it easy to pull it off and put it on without having to undo the buckle every time. So I thought these were just absolutely adorable. So those are for me. And this is heavy. I don't know if I showed you this before or not. I did not buy this today. I've actually had this for a while, and I couldn't remember if I've shown him to you or not. He is heavy. It's my little elephant. See? And I like elephants. I don't collect elephants. It's just that somehow I've ended up with several. But I just thought this was really neat. It's like a sculpture almost. And see, he has his little bag over his shoulder. My younger son said it was an elephant Santa Claus. But he's just really cute. And I'm not really sure what he's made out of. It's almost like cement. I mean, there's some substantial weight here. But you can see all the little detail that's been put in. Like the stitching on his little cloak. You can see there. You can see the back of the cloak here. His little ears. And his little face. And there's a stamp on the back, but I can't really... I have no idea what it is. It's some kind of like an insignia or something. But anyway, I thought he was cool. I'm gonna put him back where he was. But anyway, that is the result of me going out of my way, leaving my mom's house today to go get some eyeliner. That's where all that, except for the elephant, that's where all that came from. Wow. But anyway, thank you for watching. And if you have any requests, let me know, and I will try to get to that. I have a lot of requests, and I have a lot of things I want to do. I'm going to have to take like 3 days off work to try to get all this done. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And let me know if there's anything in particular that you might be interested in, and I'll see what I can do.